Sweet. So 30 minutes have finally gone by and I am ready to re-execute this test for you guys to see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead here and do a run. Also, it made me realize that I need to add a login scenario to the automation testing practice page, which I promise that I will do for you guys so that we don't have to deal with these issues, so that you can just practice your login scenarios and it's much easier. Although this is very realistic, right? Because you guys can see how many different unforeseeable circumstances there are. It's still much better when you just have a very easy scenario to practice with. So anyways, our test looks like it has passed, which is excellent. Let me actually rerun it one more time, because one thing that I've seen happen in the past when I'm running this test, which I was hoping was going to happen with you guys running, with me running this test with you guys, was that sometimes this edit profile tab doesn't open in time. And so during that time, while it's still being open, this switch tabs method does not work because there's only one tab still during that time. And so therefore, this method will fail and throw an exception and say, hey, I don't have two tabs in my collection. I only have one. Therefore, I can't access that one. So let me see if I can try to recreate it for you guys again. If not, I'm gonna put in error handling for it anyways. So let's do this again, do a run. Okay, so now it has failed. Let's go take a look to see why it's failed. The method run test through an exception, system dot, there it is, argument out of range exception, index was out of range, must be a non-negative and less than the size of the collection. That's exactly what I was talking about, guys, because the page was too slow to load, and therefore when we did is at method and then we did switch tabs, the second tab has yet to be opened yet, and so the collection was only equal to one item instead of two, right? So you could have only switched tabs to the 0th element and not the first. And so that throws an exception that there is no index 1 item in our collection of the WebDriver window handles. And so that was the problem. So the quick and easy solution, as always trying to follow the Yagni principle that I came up with, was by taking this up here, and then I was going to try and do this, and then if this returns true, and instead of the page load timeout, I'm going to only do it for 3 seconds. Oh, and sorry, let's remove this too, and also do if not true, then go ahead and switch the tabs, okay? But if it otherwise, we are just going to do this. And then this was the constant, what was it, page load timeout here, and then put a semicolon at the end. So what I did here was I set up an if condition that checks to see if the element that we're looking for up here is displayed, but for only 3 seconds maximum. If it's not there, then we go ahead and we switch the tab, and by that time the tab should have loaded in those 3 seconds, and so the tab should be available. And then we do the final check of our page load timeout to make sure that that page has loaded successfully. So this right here adds a little delay to our switch tabs method for a maximum of 3 seconds before we switch the tabs. And then we try the method again, and everything should be good after that. So it just adds a little delay to our switch tabs method. And it's not foolproof. There are actually probably better ways to do it. But right now, just to get our test running and passing, this is what I have decided to implement, since I think is the easiest way to do it.